Knowledge. It ain't free. You got to pay attention. Come on. We all know it. There's just something about Saratoga.
I don't see us not having our mistake. There's so many in. I can't.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
What's up, buddy?
Hey. All right. Good to see you.
Dynasty in motion, reshaping the sport's greatest tradition, channeling the legends of his line and surpassing them. 4 of the last 6 Derby winners carry his genes. A Golden Son, a Horse of the Year. Another chapter written beneath those iconic spires. Derby dreams fulfilled for the titans of our industry. From authentic to sovereignty, a legacy both real and supreme. Into mischief.
And they're off in the Kentucky Derby.
You're watching Past the Wire TV, the biggest races at the best tracks. From the Kentucky Derby to the Breeders' Cup. The best horse racing coverage is right here on Past the Wire TV.
It's always a pleasure for me, Jonathan, to be with you. You were the first person that gave me an interview when I came to United States, so I will be grateful to you forever.
I knew you were one of the best riders in the world.
Legend himself, Frankie Dettori. Ciao, Frankie. Tutto a posto.
Tutto a posto. Yes, that's a good start. So you haven't lost.
You're watching Past the Wire TV.
Well, hello everyone. Here we are, the big day. Belmont Stakes. That's Saratoga. Before we get started, last week we did okay at best. We did not hit a pick 5. Got 3 out of 5. Picked up some exactas and a couple of wins, but overall, I pretty much shit the bed. I mean, it was not that good. So, sorry about the language, but it was terrible overall. We did okay at best, like I said. So, we're going to go out there, and this is a fantastic card. It should be a good betting card overall. I do have plenty of singles throughout the whole races. I got, for sure, 3 singles for sure, possibly up to 5 out of a 14-horse race card. There's plenty of pick 5s, pick 4s, plenty of places to make money. And in theory, if you have 4 or 3 horses that you really like, I mean, the money you're going to put on a pick 5, maybe if you just parlay it, put $200 or $300 on one horse when it wins, parlay that to the next one, and so on and so forth. Hey, if you get 2-1 or better, I mean, that's fantastic, right? But anyway, that's one way of looking at it, but it's really a nice card. There should be some nice payoffs here and there. So let's take a stab at that. So before we get going, I'd like to thank Racelens for all the tools like usual. And once again, anyone that has any questions about anything, owning horses, claiming horses, please shoot me an email. It's this way right there. And I'll send you my whole card or answer all your questions. Like I got the whole card for Saratoga. So if you guys want it, just shoot me an email and I will send that to you. So let's get started. We're going to be doing 2 races like normal. And we're going to start off with the 10th race. And we'll check it all out. It's going to be on the turf. Now, there's another big thing. First thing is, it's supposed to be rain there at Saratoga. So how much rain? It depends on if they're going to keep it on turf or not. If it's not a lot of rain, they'll probably keep it on turf for at least the big races. Remember, you pick horses or take horses that have at least once in their lifetime ran on a good or a yielding track. If they have, you're good to go with that horse. Most of the time, they usually like that footing or European horses. If it's on the main track, it really would be nice to know if the horse can handle any kind of mud or slop or just a wet fast maybe. Just depends on how much rain they get. It sounds like they might get some decent rain Friday. I just don't know about Saturday as much. Maybe, maybe not. So I guess we're just going to have to wait and see at the end. And if there is a lot of rain, there might be tons of scratches. So remember, if you're looking at my pick 5 and I have 3 or 4 horses, 5 horses, 6 horses, whatever the case may be, that's my order. I put them in order the way I believe they are. If one of them scratched, they just all move up a notch. That's all there is to it. I did pick for possible rain and horses that could run decent on at least turf, the yielding, and the ones that could run on the main track the same way. So we're going to start with this 10th race. The number 1 horse, this horse here, yeah, this horse is just awesome. Pretty much sums it up, right? Chad Brown's got this horse cranked pretty good. The horse has won the last 2 times with ease, going a mile and 16th last time with easy. Won easy at 2-1. That was a gift that day at 2-1. Pressure type of run style, which that's what this horse is going to do again in this race. You're going to get 6-5. Hopefully, let's put it this way, hopefully 6-5, because I just don't think that's going to happen. But we'll see. Here's a great example of a horse that last time out was on a good track at Churchill Downs, won with ease. You got to go back 1, 2, 3, 4 races to a yielding track at Aqueduct. Horse won by a neck, so it handles even the yielding track. So whatever they throw at this horse. Now, the big question is, what if they take the whole race off the turf? Well, let's put it this way. If Chad Brown leaves this horse in the race, I'm still on him, okay? He knows this horse better if he can handle the dirt and mud, slop, whatever. He'll know better than the rest of us. So with that being said, I'm just going to stick with him no matter what, unless they, of course, they scratch him. Then you got to go to my second, possibly my third pick. Who knows? But this one I think is the horse to beat. Look out. I think good luck trying to beat this horse in this race. Tough, very tough horse to beat. The number 2 horse, AP Kid here. Look at this horse. Beat is made. One is made pretty easy overall. Look good doing it. I would say, does this horse have talent? You betcha this horse does. If you watch that video, the horse does have talent. The question is, does he have this type of talent? I don't know. So I think this horse has got talent enough to hit the board. Yes. Complete exotics. Yes. To win the race, I am going to be a little reserved on that and watch this race, see how he competes, especially against the number 1 horse, Zulu Kingdom. And, of course, this horse will be out probably close to the front or on the front. The 3 horse is going to come from behind. The question is he going to be working too hard to come from behind? I don't think so. I think, Jose will put this horse in a better spot. This horse can sit pretty close to the pace within 3 lengths or so. I think this horse, if he does that, he's going to be right there. He will make a big close. The thing is he up to this level? Well, we're going to find out. I think this horse is definitely a player for the exotics, and got to look out for it overall. But Cherie DeVoe is, she's been hot, 21% in the last 30 days. And of course, her and Jose, when they hook up, is 24%. So we got no problem there. So for me, it's more on the exotics, but for the win, you still got to beat up Zulu. 4. Last time out, in the Derby. What do I always say about the Derby? Win, lose, or draw. Doesn't matter where you finish. Even if you finish second in that race, do not pay attention to the Derby. Too many things happen that we can't even say what happened to this poor horse. Jostled early, I could tell you that. Probably got bumped 2 or 3, 4 times. A lot of things happen. I think this horse has got the kind of talent to be in this race. The question is, can he beat Zulu? I say no still, but they are adding blinkers to this horse to make him pay attention. So with that being said, I think he has a great shot of hitting the board. And your exotics, third race after I left, looking for improvement is in the angles. So look out for this horse for the exotics, but right now still you got to beat Zulu. The 5, last time out, threw in a clunker, didn't look too good, won a small stakes in good fashion. Now the question is, can this horse turn it back around to that winning race in that small stakes? I'm going to sit back and watch. I think this horse does have the talent to move on later on. Remember, this is only a 3-year-old, very lightly raced, 4 races. So, and Stedman definitely is a trainer that could get that horse there. I like Ben Curtis on this horse. I think he does a good job on a lot of horses. Yeah, he threw in a clunker last time, but just, I throw that one out. This one might be one of those question mark type of horses. If you like this horse, bet it, because you're going to get 15 plus to 1. So I would take that horse if you're going to bet it, if you like it as a long shot. Other than that, I'm not for the win. The 6, last time didn't look too good. An allowance race. Probably has room to improve. Probably can improve, especially with the Pletcher as his trainer. And you got Luis Saez. But I think he's going to deserve every bit of his big odds, which is going to be 25, 30 to 1 easy. And so for me, I'm taking a pass. The 7, speed, probably the speed of the race. Going to be going with the 2 most likely. I think they're going to probably tire each other out, especially if that track, which it should be a little on the offside when it's, turf, it's going to be good or yielding, whatever. I say, good luck. Zulu ran down this horse before. So still, once again, going to have to beat Zulu. This horse will be out winging it with the 2. Early speed, then tired. Tired shows the pattern of tiring the last couple of times out. When this horse runs in small stakes, though, it doesn't show tiring. So I think he might be above his actual level that he should be at. The 8, another speed, probably pressure type of horse. But this horse is coming from the outside. 8, I'm going to have to gun it to pass the 7. I think the 7's faster. Another one that just broke his maiden. Looked good doing it, but Weaver knows how to get him there. But I'm going to take a pass on this horse. I think this horse is going to be deserving of every bit of that 20 to 1. Probably most likely going to get much higher. The 9. This horse last time just ran even overall. Todd's, training Davis is aboard. The horse runs even a lot, it seems like, overall. When this horse did meet Zulu, did lose by a neck on a yielding track, so this horse can handle that off-going. Pletcher last race, beaten favorite. That's a big, big success. When he comes around the next time, they usually do very well. Up close, they're dropping back. He was up close, drop back. That was a great angle there, and he's a beaten favorite. Jockey switch. Jockey switch, I'm not too, whatever it is, it is. You got Ortiz and you got Dylan Davis. Dylan Davis could definitely compete with the top of them up there, all the top jocks. I'm not worried about that horse. That as a rider. Now, can this horse do it? Yeah, it probably can, but I think more on the exotics. You're going to get 12-1, probably close to Mari 8-1, more realistic. Love the breeding on this horse. Quality Road out of a Noble Mission mare, but I'm going to say on the exotics, I still say you got to beat Zulu. You're going to hear me keep on saying that. And now the 10 just broke his maiden. The horse is jumping up in class. The trainer's trying to get a win in here. He has yet to do that as of today, Wednesday night. Umberto's riding this horse. Not much to super like about this horse other than the rider, and the horse broke his maiden pretty convincing last time out. I think this horse needs to improve a lot to handle at least 4 horses in this race, at least. So I'm going to take a hard pass on this horse. Okay, so there we have it on that. We have the past performances on that race number 10. Let's see what Raceland says, how they think this race is going to pan out. Okay, first of all, let's go to my adjustment factors. Speed, 3, class, 4, form, 5, distance and jockey, both at 3. The jockey and jockey trainer at 4, pace at 2, trainer at 2, track at 3, angles at 2, and track conditions at 5. Why I put it at 5 for Saturday, normally I wouldn't put it that high. It's going to be for sure soft going at least. Okay, so you want to make sure that they handle that. And this is how they see it. Oops, that's race number 13. I'm sorry. I gave you the wrong run. Here's the 10th. Sorry, let's do that over. Speed, 3, class, 4, form, distance, and jockey trainer all at 3. Oops, pace is supposed to be at 2. Trainer and track both at 4. The angles is at 3, and then track addition. Like I said, you got to move it up there a little bit. 4 because of the track addition. It's going to be softer, or yielding, or good, or something like that. Well, they say the 1-7 is going to go to the lead. Okay, I don't know about the 1's going to go to the lead. I think, you got 2-7 probably going to go to the lead. But then they said in the middle of the race, the 1's going to take over. Yeah, I don't quite see it quite like that, but I wouldn't be 100% shocked if the 1 did take it over at midway, but I think it's more going around that turn for home when the 1 is going to take it over. And at the end, they say the 1 at 80%, which is Zulu, 4 at basically 4%, 7 at 4%, and then we got the 2 at 3% and the 3 at 2%. I see it 1, 3, 2, 4. So got a little different order, but the 1 is definitely the horse to beat, in my opinion, also. Let's look at the odds here. Yeah, they're saying 1-5, and you're getting 6-5 morning line. Yeah, I think we're going to be, well, it's probably going to be 1-5. Let's just face the facts. Let's don't even think we're going to get anything better than that. This is how you play these type of horses. It's either you play them a single on your pick 3, 4, 5, 6. You have to play a single. Or B, you just toss the horse out and put in a couple of nice, decent shots in there. At least 3 horses, 4 horses at at least 4-1 or higher. And you just, hope for the best on that. Hope that the Zulu doesn't have his day. But that's the only way to play it. Those 1 or 2 ways. That's it. Okay. All right. Before we get to the Belmont Stakes, once again, everyone If you like our shows, my show, Geo show, John shows, whoever's show, of course, you can put in the notes. We love Charles' shows. Just hit that subscribe button down below. There's an alert, a bell there. Click on that, and then every time there's a new show coming up, then you could you'll get the new show pop up for you. You can watch it right there and then, so you won't be left out. Yes, this is it for the Triple Crown, but there's a lot of big races coming this summer, big ones. At Saratoga, Del Mar, and of course we're now after this race this weekend. We're going to be talking about nothing but Breeders' Cup. Who's getting ready? Who's aiming for it? And that's why all those big races during the summer is going to get a little bit clearer picture on a lot of those races. Plus, if you want to shoot me an email, if you're interested in joining me and a couple others of you guys out there, starting up a racing syndicate or a pin hooking syndicate, that's what we're going to do. Send me an email and I will send you all the information for that. So, and we're keeping it at a really nice low price, so everyone could have at least shot to get into this. So here we go. Let's hit that Belmont Stakes. All right. It's a mile and a quarter. The Belmont's supposed to be at a mile and a half, but not when it's at Saratoga. Next year, it should be back at Belmont, going a mile and a half, so that will change the usual tactics and what you're thinking here. But this is a good idea of these horses, just like the Derby. But Derby is a little different. Once again, I always say, because there's so many horses, even some of the best horses don't win. So you got to see races like this, especially with 8 horses. Now you're talking a little bit better. Can they handle the distance for that Breeders' Club Classic? Who's going to be doing what? So we're going to start with this first horse, the number 1 horse, Hill Road. Chad Brown, Ortiz here aboard. Last time out, that horse looked very good. Pulled away right at the end, just started passing people in the Peter Pan. That day, my horses finished second and third. That day, I think the best horse did win this race. So this horse is definitely a horse to look at if you really like this horse. I don't want to talk you off of it, but I personally think there's at least 2 to 3 other horses that are better in this race. But this horse does show some talent. Chad Brown has to take a shot here at this and see if he could get some kind of classic winner in this Triple Crown. The 2, your Kentucky Derby winner. Yeah, he skipped the Preakness Sovereignty. All right, we already know the race about the race of Derby. Once again, win, lose, or draw. Toss that race. Still toss it. Some people say, did he get lucky? I don't think he got lucky. I think he worked his butt off, just like about 5 other horses in there that worked their butt off and still got a piece of the pie. There's some horses that try to work their butt off and just got shut off. So, yes, this horse has got that kind of talent. Can this horse repeat? I don't need to be saying I think so. We know so this horse could repeat. Bill Mott knows what he's doing. People criticize him for skipping the Preakness. Hey, that's old news now to me. If he decided to skip it, he decided to skip it. I think he's that type of trainer. What he says goes for me. I think he knows that horse much better. Look, McCarthy took journalism, went right back. And as a matter of fact, journalism has been all 3 races. That means to me, McCarthy is an excellent trainer. He knows his horses. He would not push his horse if he didn't think he had a shot to win and the horse was not ready to go, just like Bill Mott. So with that all being said, can this horse win? Yeah, definitely can. We all know that. So look out for this horse. I think this is a major, major player, as you well know. I don't need to be saying the obvious. So we'll move on to the number 3, which is Rodriguez. Okay. He's been having some problems getting into some races. He won the Wood, and he's been scratched and stuff, and it's all due to a quarter crack. Now, your people that do know about quarter cracks, that is not a really good thing overall. B, if you're a trainer or if you've owned horses in the past, you could patch quarter cracks. Yes. Now, to top it all off, this horse had a quarter crack on his rear hoof, which is very unusual overall, and it's the least dangerous one of all of them. The front ones are, could be dangerous, but overall, they're still, once you put a patch on, you put special shoes on, the glue ones put over it. I mean, these things, they could protect the foot pretty good. But it's the rear one, and Bob says the horse is ready to go. This is going to be your leader. One of your leaders, by the way. I don't think he's going to get a clean lead. He did improve at the Wood without blinkers with Mike Smith. So Mike Smith's aboard again. He's your leader. Decent odds. You're going to get a Baffert horse at least 5 or 6 to 1. If you like that, jump all over it. I'm going to say, I'm going to hold your horses a little bit here. Let's take a step back. I still think there's a couple other horses in here that could do damage too. But this horse is a major player, and I will not try to talk you off of this horse. Uncaged, the number 4. Last time out, got beat up by Hill Road and the other ones. So for me, in the Peter Pan, Todd's going to have to get a little bit more out of this horse for this horse to make it in my top 4 horses. So for me, I'm taking a pass. I'm not going to play this horse in my exotics. This horse has really got to improve a lot. But with Luis aboard, Luis Saez, maybe he might improve a lot. But right now, I'm saying no. Purdue, justified colt. This horse in the last 2 races has done nothing wrong. Wire to wire, wire to wire. Now, small stakes to the big one. With Todd Pletcher, you got Velasquez. So you got the right combinations to push this horse up and moving him up in class. But I think there's 3 or 4 horses in here that are just probably way too tough for this horse right now. Right now. Let's wait another 2 or 3 races. Let's see what this horse could do in the summer. But right now, I'm taking a pass on this horse. I think he's going to hook up with Rodriguez, and I think they're going to set it up pretty nice for another horse. That other horse could be this one, the 6th. Look, this horse comes from behind, did great in the Derby. Bieza. Look, horse is improving every time. John Sheriff's, he's another trainer. He never, ever puts a horse in where he doesn't think they have a shot. And for him to put that horse in, well, he aimed for the Derby no matter what. Remember, he was on the also eligible, and he got drawn in. And he did this, he kept on saying, we're training for the Derby. And that means he knew something. He's one of those trainers. If he keeps on persistently going for it, this horse has got talent. Trust me, this horse has the talent. Horse has the same mama as Dornock and Mage. So there you have it. So does this horse got a chance? Well, with Pratt, yeah, you definitely know it does. This horse will be flying late. This is the one. This is the danger in the whole race. Look out for this horse. Definitely do not leave this off any tickets. 7, journalism. Last time even here, I made that my best bet of the bet day. Preakness Day, singled this horse. The horse looked like at one point that he was no way he was going to win. We all hear about the people saying that, Umberto was the blame, Pratt was the blame, blah, blah, blah. That's over with. This horse is tough as nails. Look at this. This horse, when he was in the Santa Anita Derby, got in trouble, got out of it, won. In the Kentucky Derby, this horse was in trouble just as much as the next one. Got out of it, finished second, finished really good, looked good as a winner. Sovereignty was just the best one that day. Then the Preakness, tons of trouble. No matter how you look at it, looked like he was a loser at one point. Turned out to be the winner. This horse could come out of anything, any kind of problems, any kind of storm, it looks like. So McCarthy says this horse is still on his game, ready to go. He's going for it. Look, he's already made his name out there for one of the Triple Crowns. He's finished second in the Derby, first in the Preakness. Does he really need to go in the Belmont? Well, technically, no. McCarthy says this horse is on top of his game. and I'm going to ride this horse. I'm on him. I'm going to stay for the third race in a row with this horse. Matter of fact, more than the third race in a row, but I'm on him. I say this is the one to beat, but I have to admit the 6, the 2, and possibly even the 3 have a heck of a shot of winning this race. But this is the one I'm sticking with. Journalism. He has proven to me time and time again, he is the warrior and he will get it done. Heart of Honor. Last time, didn't look too much. Did close ground a little bit, but he was passing just tiring horses. I don't know about this horse. I'm going to take a serious pass on this horse. I think the horse has talent, yes, but I just don't know if it's at this level. I think it's more a step below these horses. So let's just see what this horse could do this time. I think this could be the big test for this horse to see where he actually fits with this group of horses, especially my top 4, even top 5 horses in this race. And it's only an 8-horse race. I mean, come on. So it's a tough race. I'm just going to take a pass on this horse, 100%. So let's go and see what Race Lens has for us. And let's see how they see how this race panning out. It's going to be tough. It's just one of those races you just. So first, I already showed you the factors before. I'll go over it one more time real quick. Speed 3, class 4, form 5, and distance and jockey at 3, and jockey trainer at 4, and then I have pace trainer at 2. Track at 3, angles at 2, and then, of course, track additions. If it's a sloppy or muddy track, you got to look out for that. That's a 5. They see in the beginning of the race 3, 4, 6, the 7 sitting back there at a nice 4th, which that's kind of how I kind of see it a little bit. Rodriguez going out there. I actually see the 5 going out there a little bit too. Possibly, the 4. Now, middle of the way of the track, they're saying the 7's going to come up and challenge that 6. What? I don't know where they're getting this. I think that's a little too soon for those 2 horses to be on the lead, either one of them. I see that happening more at the top of the stretch or the turn for the stretch for home. At the end, they are saying 3, which is Rodriguez, which they have that horse speeds dropping back. So they're thinking the horse might drop back and settle down. 37%, the 7 at 31, 6 at 11, 2 at 9, and 1 at 4%. I personally see it 7, 6, 2, then 3. That's how I see it. Maybe a 1 in there for that 5th spot for me, but that's a very tough call. Like I said, there's easy 5 horses in here that are very, very good. They're saying Rodriguez should be 8-5. You're going to get 6-1. You're not going to get 8-5. Rodriguez might go off at 4-1. Journalism is definitely going to be your favorite, but I think a very close favorite will be Sovereignty. I think they're going to battle it out. Once the gate opens, that's how we're going to know who's going to be the actual favorite. I think it's going to be that close between the 2 of them. So that's how, I think it's going to be when it comes to odds on that. Now, like I said, I'm going to go and put in a pick 5. I'm doing the late pick 5. There's actually a couple of pick 5s, pick 4s you could do. And like I said, I do have some single plays throughout the day. So let's go and check out how I'm going to play this pick 5. And here we go. All right. It starts in race 9. In race 9, I like 2, 9, 10, 5. I'm doing exact the 2 over the 9. I'm doing a daily double, the 2 to the 1 in the next race. Now, when it comes to my pick 5, I like that 2 a lot, but I mean, I think that 9 could possibly do an upset. So I'm just doing 2 horses in the first leg, the 2, 9. That is it. Then in the second leg, White Barrio, the 1 horse. That's my best bet of the day, I believe. And I'm doing exact 1-3, but I'm doing a single in that race, the second leg, the 1 horse. Then in the third leg, I'm opening it up. I'm going 8 deep. I'm going 8. And trust me, you could probably hit the y'all button, okay? But the third leg, I like the 8, 9, 4, 2, 5, 1, 3, 10, okay? The fourth leg, I'm going 6 deep. I think those 6 are probably the key 6 overall. 9, 6, 4, 2, 1, 5. And then the final leg, the fifth leg, which is the Belmont, I'm going 7, 6, 2. All right. In the 10th race, I'm going 1, 3, 2, 4. What that is, White Barrio's race. I'm going exactly 1 over the 3. And then 11th race, I'm doing 8, 9, 4, 2, and that's my picks. The tries, I'm going 8, 9 with the 8, 9, 4, 2, 5, 1 with the all. The fourth race, I'm going 9, 6, 4, 2. The try is going to be 9, 6 with the 9, 6, 4, 2, 1, 5 with the all. And then the 13th race, I'm going 7, 6, 2, 3. I'm doing the 7, 6 exacta, 7 over the 6. I'm doing a try 7, 6 with the 7, 6, 2, 3 with the all. There you have it. That's what I'm going to do. So let's go out there. Let's get this pick 5. Let's pick up some other winners throughout that day. There should be some decent prices out there. Get some singles out there. You can play other pick 5s, pick 4s. So let's do that. Until then, see ya.
Here comes journalism, here comes sovereignty, and they square off, heading to the final for sovereignty wins the Derby!
You're watching Past the Wire TV. Hit that like button and subscribe to Past the Wire TV. Nobody does it better.
Dan Oman here with some exciting news. DRF Formulator, the gold standard in past performance information, is now free exclusively on DRF Bets. Join DRF Bets with the promo code WINNING. Get a $250 first deposit match bonus, a $10 free bet, and free Formulator already uploaded to your account. Access Formulator's premium features, including sortable trainer stats, race replays, personalized trip notes, and lots more. Free Formulator exclusively on DRF Bets.
Welcome to Past the Wire TV, your #1 source for horse racing news and interviews, handicapping analysis, betting insights, and more. Past the Wire TV covers the biggest races at the best tracks.
Garnet and Louise Sayer to win the Belmont Stakes at Saratoga. The Grey Wizard is absolutely flying. Champagne won. The Grey Wizard. Oh, it's very close. Leave it to the judge.
Like, share, and subscribe to Past the Wire TV. Nobody does it better.
Here comes journalism, here comes sovereignty, and they square off, heading to the final for sovereignty wins the Derby!
You're watching Past the Wire TV. Hit that like button and subscribe to Past the Wire TV. Nobody does it better.
Nobody does it better.